Hello and welcome to official Xbox 360 Magazine's OXM Report, and this week we're talking to the guys behind Formula 1 2011, and we're not even going to make you sign up for subscription television to watch it. Aren't we lovely to you? Cool, so I'm here with Stephen Hood and Paul Jeal from F1 2011. So guys, new season of F1, like 24 new paint jobs and a new circuit, right? Early holiday?
If only. I think we've been working even harder because the success of last year meant that you can't really take your foot off the pedal. People are automatically thinking they're just going to do that quick update. It's just the same tracks again, put some new cars in, like you're mentioning. Nothing could be further from the truth. This is about putting cool new features in. You've got that foundation of 10. What does everybody want to see in the title? That's what we're doing this year.
In terms of, obviously last year you guys developed a lot of weather technology which was then shared with the chaps who were making Dirt 3 at the time. Is there anything that's come back from the racing studio back into this one at all?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's why we got a really big head start with split screen, and we've got different split screen challenges from them, but the actual foundation, you know, was something that it's been screaming out for a while, but the Ego engine didn't support it. So those guys started it, and then we were able to take that tech and just adapt it to the full 24 car grids and all the track stuff. And to be honest, I think when we first all looked at it, we thought it was going to be probably too much of a technical challenge for us to do, or certainly we would have to sacrifice or make compromises, but that hasn't been the case luckily.
In terms of, I mean, like the co-op championship thing is massive, right? I mean, this is something that racing game fans have been calling out for years, and it's never really been done before.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think there's two parts to it as well. There's this sort of, you can nurture a young up-and-coming teammate. He doesn't necessarily have to be the same ability as you, and then you're sharing your car setup, you're getting the upgrades, but his job's really to be the solid number 2 and get points for the championship. And then you've got the other one where you're always to and fro in between the two of you, and then it gets so much more competitive. Each session, even a practice session, which doesn't mean nothing, you don't want to finish second to your teammate. You want to top them each, so you find yourself burning extra sets of option tyres or whatever to try and make sure you come out on top. And you can really see how in real F1, as they get towards the height end of the season, only one of you is going to win the championship. That all of a sudden, the shutters come down a little bit, and the setup information isn't quite there, or you start to close off a little bit.
I mean, regulation changes in terms of changing where the DRS is activated and things like the blown diffuser stuff. I mean, how late into the development process can you realistically add that stuff?
Well, we're changing it all the time. We've always said, even through the development of 2010, you come in the morning, you switch your PC on, you read the F1 news, and you think, right, that's something else to change again. We nailed it yesterday, and now it's changed. But with the DRS zones, obviously we're accurate up to recent races, and then we're working with Formula 1 management and various other teams to work out where they would be on the actual tracks. We've got double DRS zones in now, you can't activate it in the Monaco tunnel, those things. These things filter out over time, and then after the races have been completed, we often update stuff. So I think it'll be pretty much true to life, and we're just hoping that when it comes to release, they don't go, actually DRS is gone and KERS is banned.
Cool, excellent. So I'm here with racing driver Anthony Davidson. You were a test driver at Honda for years and years and years. How does the feedback that you give to a race team differ from the feedback you've been giving to the guys who've been making F1 2011?
Oh, it's very different in real life. You're commenting on, what the actual car's doing out there on the circuit, rather than telling or explaining to a computer games company how a real car behaves on a real track in general terms. So that it's very different, yeah. And the testing days, it was obviously physically hard work. It's not so physical doing computer games work, but it's fairly mentally tough. Going through the trying to find things in ones and zeros is always much harder than actually feeling it through the seat of the pants driving.
Excellent. So I'm here with David Croft, who is the commentator for BBC Radio 5 Live. So, David, have you been able to offer any words of wisdom to the development team of F1 2011?
Yes. Make my eyes look a bit better in the game. That's my first input on this one, because I've actually got my face in the game for a change. It makes it look like I've just had a heavy night out. So they've got to develop that.
Are you going to be staring down the screen at the player then?
Yeah, seriously. When you come off the track, and actually right at the start of the game as well, when we set your career objectives, I'm going to be thrusting a microphone straight in your face and asking you some probing questions. And there are lots of them in the game, trust me.
So do you get to write the questions yourself, or is it those guys putting words in your mouth?
Actually, no, the Codemaster guys are really good. They give me a list of questions that they want asking, but they just the demands are do it in your own style, make it sound like it's a proper paddock interview. If I was just reading from a script, it'd sound, a little bit false and a little bit fake. So we tend to ad-lib it as we go on, which creates a huge amount of work for Claire in the studio, the voice coach, who had to actually listen to what I was saying and then change the words again so that when it flashes up on the screen, it matches what I'm saying. But we got there.
So you're happy with your visual representation this year?
Yeah, I will be. When they change it, just sort the eyes out.